So today we're going to be talking about the fear and greed index. So if you're new to crypto curious, and want to make money in crypto, you are in the right place. This is Titch for Block Smarts. Let's get smart and let's get money. So the fear and greed index was created by CNN. Now, what it does is just basically kind of just check the temperature, the sentiment of the market, and the market is people. Like we in there buying and selling, and it checks the sentiment of the people to see how are people feeling about the stocks and the shares. But there's actually a different one created for cryptocurrency alone. There's one for stocks and shares, but it's not the same as the one that's for cryptocurrency. So the one for cryptocurrency was actually created around Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, because of its dominance and how it moves the rest of the crypto space, it was kind of the most important to probably watch at the moment. There'll probably come a time when a lot of other cryptocurrencies and assets will detach and decouple from Bitcoin so that they can move on their own accord. But, we always see it. When Bitcoin crashes, the smaller coins crash too. And when Bitcoin's doing well, the smaller coins do well too. There'll probably come a time when, probably Bitcoin will be doing its own thing, and then the other smaller coins will be doing their own thing, but it's not yet. So until then, what they're using Bitcoin, and probably there will be another time where they'll create one for the altcoins. But people would also want to know, like, well, how did they create that index? So they would they look at a lot of factors, and social media is actually one of them. So they will probably look at hashtags to see, like, the frequency of interaction about Bitcoin, and they can kind of hear, get the feel of what people are talking about Bitcoin. Is it positive? Is it negative? Are people fearful? Whatever. Another one is Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance keeps coming up, but it's a very important indicator. And they will probably look to see, like, okay, if Bitcoin dominance is going up, then they know that, a lot of money is flowing into Bitcoin. And if it's going down, then they know that, money is either going into stable coins or the smaller coins. So social media, Bitcoin dominance. And another one is the volatility. So volatility is just how quick and how much the price changes, goes up and down. And crypto is very volatile. But as we say in crypto, the volatility is the price we pay for the returns that we get in crypto. So that's another thing that they use to check it. And then I think Google Trends is one. So, when Google Trends helps you see, like, how frequent something is being searched. So looking at that, you can tell that people are really interested in Bitcoin. They're just Googling and to find out about Bitcoin. They're finding to do this and that. So that's another thing they use. And then another thing is volume, how much money is being, spent in the market, people buying and trading and everything like that. So those are some of the things that they use to kind of create the fear and greed index. So it's a good indicator, especially for people that are a bit scared of, like, when they see charts, they just kind of, like, black out, and they don't know what to look for and what not to think for. It's not the ultimate indicator, but it's good enough for you to at least use to see, like, what's the temperature. And I'll go through it with you in a second. But it's something that I think everybody should you should probably look at it every day. Like, say we just had a crash. If you saw the greed indicator where it was, you would know that was coming. You would have an idea, like, something was coming. And, there's a lot of things that you would have probably been able to tell just using that alone. So I'll go through it with you, and I hope it makes sense. Okay? So let's start by showing you how you actually can bring up this index, this indicator. So you would go on your search bar and just type in crypto greed. So crypto greed and fear index, okay? And it's usually at the top. So you want to specify the crypto one, because the crypto one is different from the stocks and shares one, okay? And here we are. And it's showing us today we're in extreme fear. It's very predictable, because the markets crashed yesterday. So everybody's panicking. Investors are thinking, like, their money is going down. Panic. So it's showing extreme fear today. Now, how do you navigate red days and things like extreme fear? This is the time you buy. These are the perfect buying opportunities. Extreme fear is one of the perfect buying spots. You're likely to get some of the best entry points in extreme fear. So And a lot of people that aren't really educated on the market would start running away because they're thinking, oh no, I've lost my investment. They're going to sell it at a loss. They're going to take their money and they're going to lose. And they're probably going to be thinking like, oh, crypto's a scam and this, that, and the third. But they just don't know how the market works because they probably came in trying to get rich quick. Anyway, 0 to 24 are the extreme fear zones. So at those zones, that's the best place to accumulate, buy new positions and, increase your position or whatever. So that's in the orange. Now, once it goes from 25 to 49, you're in the fear territory. So people are fearful because they're thinking like, oh no, what's happening? Some are selling and some are just kind of like just panicking still. Still another good buy zone for people that know how markets work. So 0 to 49 on this index are perfect buying opportunities. The prices are low. Do not fear red candles. They are your friends if you're an investor, okay? So buy in the red and sell in the green. Never sell in the red. Wait for it to go up, if anything, and just at least take your money with some profit, okay? Once it goes from 50 to 74, that's greed. Now, at those zones, you want to be careful, especially when it hits about the 74 areas. You want to start taking some profits when it's around those areas. Because it's when people are starting to be greedy, that's when they start being a bit reckless and the market is likely to correct around those zones. Right? So you want to take some profits when it's in the greed zone. When it's gone now from 75 to 100, that's extreme greed. So I would say that from 74 to about 85 or 90, those are profit-taking zones. Don't wait for it to get to 100. Once it's around those areas, you know it's going to correct. Now, people that were were using this index probably saw that before Bitcoin crashed. I think it was around the 80s. People were really, really confident. Like, yeah, we're going to make money in this market and whatnot. It was at 80 at some point, and then it started to correct back. So people that took profits, people that know how to use this indicator, knew that when it was around 74 to 80 to 90, they were taking profits. And what they did with those profits is when it reaches these fear and extreme fear zones, they buy new positions or buy new coins because this is a sale. So what like Warren Buffett used to say, when others are fearful, be greedy, and when others are greedy, be fearful. So when others are being fearful and then they're selling their coins, you're buying up. Okay, that's how you're gonna make money in this. So that's the fear and greed index. I hope it makes sense. It should make sense. It's quite simple and straightforward. So 0 to 24, extreme fear, great buying zones. 25 to 49, fear, still great buying zones. 50 to 74, greed, be careful. 75 to 100, extreme greed, be very careful. So 74 to about 90, start taking profits. Okay? All right, guys. So hope that helps. This is Titch for Block Smarts. Peace, and see you in the next one.